Welcome to this video. Yeah, this is a new Blitz game here on the ICC, and you see that it is still the 5-0 time control. Probably you don't see it actually, but you recognize that there is no increment implemented, which is quite surprising because I actually waited to record new videos. I waited till May 1st, but then the ICC management for some reason decided not to implement the 5+1 time control, and now we're back to where we always been, the 5-0. So it seems not much that I can do. There is really no particularly great explanation for that. Probably some people send mails that they love 5-0. I don't know. So if you have some particular opinion about that, you can just state it in the comments. So I have to again play without an increment and play on rook against Olegas all the time. So at least you enjoy that. Okay, let's see. We have a King's Indian here with a somewhat strange setup. Yeah. That's probably not the greatest line ever that I come up here with. Yeah, well, I was talking more about the time control, right? Okay, so let's see what happens here. It's not terribly bad what I have here, but it's quite an uncommon setup. Okay, probably here. Yeah, he's got some activity, but generally speaking, I like the position because f5 is such a substantial weakness. So knight d1 e3. Okay, he can play f5. Maybe I should just get the bishop to c2. This could be a good setup. The big drawback of this g5 move that he played is that this pawn on g5 is not controlling the f5 square anymore. So any f5 push, which is certainly on black's agenda, any of those pushes will give me the e4 square. Yeah, this is an interesting move. It might intend some piece sacrifice here, or he maybe just wants to go to g6. Also possible. Yeah, in fact, this is what happened. Well, I don't mind that. If he plays f5 now, I'll capture and place a knight on e4. This shouldn't be bad at all. But well, okay, if I take a number of times here and play knight e4, then maybe his knight takes g2. So cautious with that. Interesting. Yeah, now I can play g3 actually. g3, knight h3, bishop e3, or bishop e3 immediately. No, I can also do that. Or knight d1 e3 actually. Not bad. Okay. But I'd like to do that. Play g3 at the right moment. Oh, that's rather surprising. Should I do that? I'm not sure. I can always play h3. Okay, play it slowly here. Really don't see any great continuation for black. f5 is the only break that he still has, and this will only concede the e4 square to me. I have all the time in the world here. Knight d1 e3 would be very nice, this kind of regrouping. There also is g3. The right moment g3 can also be quite good. opening up lines for me actually on the king. Could be an idea. B3 was mostly designed to keep the rook flexible so that I'm not covering B2 all the time with the rook. Well, maybe I can use it on E1 or something. Interesting. It seems that he wants to play G4. Yeah, I can play pawn to H3. That's not really bad. G3 looks more looks more testing though. It really does, huh? G3 takes. Now he's got this check, for instance, but I have Queen H2. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't want to open this up. Maybe G3 is the better move. It's very likely, actually, but this is just very safe and keeps all my advantages. Yeah, we can go to G3. That's not so terrible, really. Yeah, maybe here. I don't know.
Check.
Yeah, bishop. Yeah, bishop F2 I cannot play. That's a bit unfortunate because of G4. Yeah, not a good idea. But he's taking lots of time. I can also try to regroup the knight in some other way. All the time I also have knight B5, which is interesting, but not so much to the point. How do I do that? Knight E2 is probably a bit too meek. Yeah, I would really... Maybe here... Not really right, yeah. This one and bishop F2 maybe. Yeah, but D1 was the square for the knight actually. Yeah, okay. I still keep most of my positive features in the position together. I think I just threatened to take this. I really think I do. Yeah, maybe if I take twice, he's got G4. That's possible. Okay, not relevant anymore. Okay, he wants to go to F4. I still like to get this regrouping in. Yeah, but the knight on F4 is really a nuisance. Is there some way to get the knight to E3 without getting attacked all the time? Maybe like that.
Check.
Okay, this it looks nice, but is it doing anything? Yeah, I need to get something going here. Bishop E5 was maybe good. And now here there's also bishop E5. Okay. He doesn't really play it for some reason. Oops, I cannot take on H4.
Check. Black forfeits on time.
Wow, we both got really low here. And okay, there's no increment. Don't. It looked like that because he had some lag here at the end. But yeah, very tough maneuvering game. Around here, if you look at this position, there is very little in terms of pawn breaks available. There is basically only f5, and yeah, the real problem, or the real important point here, is when I played h3. The h3 move is sort of limiting both sides' options. Probably I have something better. I was thinking about g3 really. Maybe this is the way to go. The important point is that he probably needs to take on g3, as a knight move I can just take here and I'm just better. So he probably needs to take here, and now, yeah, maybe knight to h3 or to h5. Yeah, yeah, it is just better really. I had the suspicion that this is good for me, but yeah, but maybe he's got this
Check.
one. I can go here, but this looks weird. Probably g3 was the better move. I'm not sure. I mean, around here there are various ideas. I can also, maybe this is in fact the real idea. I was trying to get to f5 all the time with the knight, which is not a terribly bad idea, but instead of all that, I also could have played on the queen side. Maybe this would have been better. I mean, around here it's clear that if someone is better, it is white, but simply because he's got the dead bishop on g7, and I have this g3 idea. I still have some ideas on the queen side, but maybe I should have played on the queen side more. Yeah, at the end it was a time decider. Yeah. Yeah. Note that this is also a case where an increment would just. It was an interesting position. I mean, right here, and it could have continued to be an interesting game, but it was just ended by the fact that he was 7 seconds slower for some reason. And yeah, please give your opinion in the comments about this this decision that there will be no increment in auto pairing. I really would have liked to play that, simply because it is very, very beneficial for the commentary. You just have the time to get games to their somewhat logical end, and some games that are simply stopped by time continue and actually have some content. You just get the better chess content, in my view. Okay, whatever. So glad to hear your comments, and also on the game, of course. Thanks for watching.